Okay. Gonna scoosh this over here. Let's try this here. We're gonna do yoink. There we go. Haha. Just want to make sure we live. There we go. Okay. So, for those of you who, I'm sure a lot of you will watch this after the fact. If not, you should. But this is, oh, hello. Runes. Hello. You're already here. Hello. Chloris, Floranymph. I'm sorry, Floranymph? No, I'm sorry. That's not correct. Chloris, Floranymph, I assume is her name. So, yeah, I just saw this person a little bit ago. Already kind of checked out this song, which is why I liked it. And yeah, this is all her original songs right here. I honestly didn't get to check anything out in too much variety. Hello, Wayward Son. Hi. Didn't get to check it out in too much variety, but I am very curious to see what this person's style is. And I mean, really, all this stuff is like, it's original songs. So the amount of work that they go into it, or that they put into this, is a lot. So this first one, well, we'll just jump into it here. It's been 5 years and I still miss him. I think we're just going to jump into it right now. So let's go. And it's been a while since I even checked this out originally, so I like the guitar. Very nice.
I still hear your voice in the quiet nights, like a whisper through the trees beneath the pale moonlight. You left too soon, but life doesn't fade. It lingers in the laughter and the choices I've made.
So very nice flow, and I like the rhyming here. Very, very good. I think I listened to this when I was driving at some point, and I didn't really get to hear much about the vocals. I don't know if this is like text-to-speech, like Zen or Neuro or someone like that, but it's sonically sounds really good. So, yeah, Wayward, it's been going pretty good. Just kind of chilling, enjoying some music. So.
Some days it hurts, some days are small, 'cause I know this road goes on for a while, but when I get to where the sky meets the end, I'll run to you, my oldest friend. So I'm waiting, but not wasting time. But I'll make this life mine.
So it is text-to-speech, but
I am missing you, I'm gonna live like you'd want me to. I'll gather the stories, the scars and the songs, so when I see you again, it won't feel so long. I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting. I chase the sunrise, I dance in the rain, I fall in, I rise and I do it again. I'm loving too deeply, I'm laughing too loud, I'm making you proud, stand out in the crowd. Sometimes I swear you're right by my side, a silent strength, my unseen guide. And I know someday, beyond the blue, every word I saved will be just for you. So I'm waiting, but not wasting time. But I'll make this life mine. And although I am missing you, I'm gonna live like you want me to. I'll gather the stories, the scars and the songs, so when I see you again, it won't feel so long. I'm just waiting. heaven can hold us, but not just yet. There's more to give, there's no regret. When I walk through those gates, you'll say, tell me it all, and it'll start from the first time I learned how to fall. So I'm waiting, I'm not all wasted in time, but I'll make this life mine. And although I am missing you, I'm gonna live like you'd want me to. I'll gather the stories, the scars and the songs, so when I see you again, it won't feel so wrong. I'm just waiting, yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh. Sad little refrain there. So if I were to make a uneducated guess about this, I think what Chloris is using with the voice is some form of like a pitch corrector. And I don't know if this would mean that their voice is lower naturally, so we're pitching it up. I'm just thinking there's guys like Glorb that do that. There's I forgot the dude's name, but he did like Neon Tide, a few rock songs like that from Plankton's perspective, and it's all very they actually are producing the vocals. They're just masking it with some pitch correction with a distortion. And I say that because there's definitely tone that's going on. Maybe in the production of the song, we just copy and pasted the chorus because it sounds exactly the same note. I'm just waiting. But when we went back to that chorus before the refrain, it sounded a little bit different. So I'm thinking this person is actually singing this. I would be surprised if they weren't. I think it also, I feel like it would be easier, in my uneducated opinion, to just sing it with a bit of a voice changer instead of doing it all in studio, because I think if it was all done in a studio, that would take a lot longer, but then also the pitch would be probably a bit more harmonic, because there was a few points where it didn't harmonize perfectly with the instrumental, which is why I think this is an actual person singing this. So anyway, though, let's go on into All Alone Again.
Everyone I care about left me alone. Every time I care, it only hurts. All I want is a place to call home. I wanna scream until I burst. Maybe I just need some peace. Maybe I just need some silence. Maybe I just need release. Maybe I just don't need reliance. All alone again, spiraling in despair. All alone again, they say life isn't fair. But I think God doesn't care if I lose all my hair. If I'm sad or scared, all alone again. I just need a book and some quiet. Light a candle and read by it. Put some introspection in my diet. Learn some shit and then apply it.
So I'll just say this, first of all, I am fascinated by this person's writing. I am absolutely fascinated by it. This is not ChatGPT. I have had ChatGPT write me stuff before, and it has no understanding of context. It has no understanding of structure of the flow. A person wrote this, and just the schemes of what they're saying. Put some introspection in my diet. Learn some stuff, and then apply it. Diet, apply it. There's all sorts of. I need a book and some quiet. a candle to read by it. So there's actual writing going on here and introspection in your diet. Like these are all very good touches on how to better yourself as a person. You know, it all starts with isolation. It all starts with isolation. That's how a lot of mental health stuff just gets worse. Depression, anxiety, that kind of thing. You feel like you need to isolate yourself, and then you do, and then you stop focusing on hobbies, you stop getting exercise, you stop eating, you stop engaging in things mentally, all of that. That's how it all goes. Hey, Flitch, how's it going? But yeah, this is really very interesting, and I'm really liking this.
In my diet, learn some shit and then apply it. How I feel, I can't describe it.
Well, hope
So
that
maybe
graduation
I need
party
a
goes
pen
well.
to scribe it.
Scribe it.
Everything
There you
I
go.
feel, I transcribe it. Maybe a lonely library is my climate. All alone again, spiraling in despair. All alone again. They say life isn't fair, but I think God doesn't care if I lose all my hair. If I'm sad or scared, all alone again.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing. We're only on the second song here, but I'm so fascinated. It's the same perspective that I had when I looked at Demon Dice. I want to know these artists. I want to know what makes you tick. And when you're the kind of artist like this individual and Demon Dice respectively, you're giving us such a, in some cases, cryptic viewpoint, but then also very honest viewpoint into your life, in how you feel, who you are. God doesn't care if I lose all my hair. That could mean a lot of different things. Just pulling it out because you're frustrated. We could say it metaphorically, or having cancer, something like that. And or some issue that is causing your hair to fall out, like, and thinking that God doesn't care. I noticed it was in uppercase G. Typically speaking, you know, not many lay people use God with the big G. So this person might be religious and they might have some faith struggles, or they're just using God because it is a, you know, proper name and we're doing a capital G. But the point is, I'm so fascinated at what we're already getting a picture of here. We already lost someone in life, someone who gave us a lot of advice as to who we are and a viewpoint on things, someone who we've come to rely upon, but now we're having to do that without them being beside us. And then now we're struggling with some depression in a moment. And we've already talked a little bit about some of the ways that we've pulled out of that before, like a book, you know, eating better, like that level of awareness when you're talking about the issues that you're going through is it's so moving, because that's what it takes to get out of that and better yourself. I love it. So we got to keep going here. We have many more songs to go.
I'm inside, work to the bone. Tried to hide, but my cover was blown. Future I scried, I saw what I was shown. I cried because I died alone. All alone again, spiraling in despair.
So some metaphors here.
All alone again, they say life isn't fair. But I think God doesn't care if I lose all my hair. If I'm sad or scared, all alone again.
I think also, super sad outro. But I think, we're back in the room. I think also in terms of the singing, another way that I would assume that they're actually singing this is their timing was a little bit fast on those last couple lines. I say, and I think God doesn't care if I lose all my hair. And then there was a lengthier pause between those verses. So I really want to think this person singing it is just for whatever reason they're, giving a different cadence to their voice through mechanical processes. So no one sleeps tonight. Ooh, and this is horror related, huh?
Down the hole from where I sat, down the hole is where I regret to find those swords So that sound to find and tumble to the ground. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight.
Interesting mix, especially with the instruments.
No one sleeps tonight. Mother dearest, what did you do?
Okay, so it's kind of a horror depiction of something happening with mom. Maybe that might be the person who we were talking about in the first song. Very interesting, loosely mixed instrumental, but it's also very quiet. So I don't know if maybe in our mixing with the vocals, we just pulled everything way far back. I was trying to hear the synth keys to see how that harmony sounded, because I'd also like to think here that instead of them just buying a beat from somewhere like BeatStars or something, or YouTube, that they might have actually played some of this either on a piano or on the computer, at least composing their own instruments here. So
Mother dearest, what did you do? Mother dearest, what should I do? Father, he is drinking again. Father, he is angry again.
So angry again. That matches the the harmony of the instrumentation. I've been trying to figure out. This is someone who I can't play the piano, and I know what different chords are. I'd be so curious to see what key they're singing in versus what the instrumentation is, because the singing is good and the instrumentation has, it has variety to it. I mean, all the instrumentations we've looked at so far have been very unique and pretty eclectic. But it's just not matching. The tone is just not, it's not harmonizing. So I'm trying to think in the back of my head, how you might be able to sing it to match the instrumentation here a little bit better.
Father, he is angry again. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps.
I'm just kind of riffing and trying to see how I can harmonize. I think she's only just a couple.
She runs to the bedroom door. The only sound is the ticking clock, and there's the sound of a shotgun call. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. There's only so much a moment can take. There's only so much before a woman breaks. Father realizes he's made a mistake. Father begins to sweat and shake. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. Flying down the stairs to the door, Mother swings open the bedroom door. Hand on the handle, hand on the trigger. Open the door, pull the trigger. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight. No one sleeps tonight.
So I'm just going to check something real quick. No description. Man. It just seemed like the song had a peculiar beat, but then I looked at the subtitles. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's just a story that they came up with. Interesting. I think so. There was a point where the instrumental really just faded away, and then her voice stayed. I'll just refer to them as her. I don't know anything about this individual. I'm just going by the visuals. Um, the instrumental really was mixed very, very quiet. Um, I couldn't really make out because there wasn't the most obvious there wasn't the most obvious transitions. And especially with the vocals, I couldn't tell when we were jumping into the chorus until we're already in the chorus. Not to say any of this is bad. It compared to where I was when I first started music and stuff, and plus just music in general, I would argue it's better to just put out something, even if it's not as finished as it could be. Because I think music like this is generally better in the long run than stuff that's really polished and perfectly produced, but it says nothing of substance. If someone has this story, and they want to tell it, I think that's worth putting the time into. So I'm just so curious with that track, especially. The beat was very, very interesting. The mixing was very it seemed almost like an afterthought, sort of like if you were making a video blog or something and you have a little bit of background music. It's not even meant to really be there besides just adding a little bit of something, so it doesn't sound like it's just silence in the back. But I'd really want to ask this person about that, Chloris, about that. Yeah, and then also one other thing I forgot to mention, we were doing really good with rhyming everything. Breaks, mistakes, sweat and shake. And then just the last line, we kind of went back to, flying down the stairs to the door. Mother swings open the bedroom door. Hand on the handle, hand on the handle, hand on the trigger. Open the door, pull the trigger. It just kind of, it took me out of the mood of it a little bit. I understand what was going on. I get it, that there was a firefight between both parties and nobody's sleeping because of the crazy stuff going on. Very spooky story for sure, especially with how the song plops us right into it, right? And then even the title, it makes you wonder, okay, well, why is no one sleeping tonight? What's going on? So it was good. I just think there's a few ways that we could have tightened some of it up a little bit. But yeah, it was interesting. Oh, what a background here. What was this called? Betrayed by This Home of Mine. Ooh, interesting. Huh.
There's a knock at the door in the dead of night. Footsteps echo in the cold porch light. No name, no face, just a badge and a plant telling us we don't belong in this land.
Ooh, jeez. An authority figure saying you don't belong. That's, ooh.
We planted seeds in this stony ground. Watched them grow while the years spun round. Now the winds turn sharp and the sky's gone gray, and the roots I grew are getting pulled away. Oh, stone walls steal my time, betrayed by this home of mine. When asked to serve, I raise my hand. Now I'm a foreigner in my own homeland.
Ooh. Okay, so my goodness. First of all, the idea of being a foreigner, maybe you, were there first, like the Native Americans, or you came over from a different country, and then you and your family started a farm. And you put in the seeds into the ground, but then now your roots, where you grew up, what you were raised with, the roots are being pulled away. Incredible metaphor right there. Very gripping and creepy. But yeah, this sounds like it's being spoken to from experience. I would hate to think that we're appropriating a culture to tell a story. That's why I don't think that's what's happening. Again, just another depiction of like, what on earth is, who are you? What is your life? I want to know more about this. And then all those hands grabbing for a fence, I think the metaphor is very similar there with the American flag backdrop. It's as an American, there's been plenty of ways that we haven't done this thing right. I think we can always change it. I think we can always make things the way they're supposed to be for a brighter tomorrow. But for a lot of folks, that's a little too little. That's too little, too late. And man, putting this in a picture like this is just woof, horrible.
They say it's order, they say it's right. While mothers pray and children fight. Men in black collecting names. A quiet war without the flames. Steel bars shut, don't have the key. Silence is the lock on liberty. Masks, sunglasses, no uniforms. Justice looks away from the new norm. Oh, stone walls steal my time. Betrayed by this home of mine. When asked to serve, I raise my hand. Now I'm a foreigner in my own homeland.
Okay, so first of all, oh my gosh, this is why I pause so frequently, because if there's a chunk of stuff to talk about, I'll forget half of it. But the idea of when asked to serve, I raised my hand. Now I'm a foreigner in my own homeland. So you're still stateside, but you were asked to serve like the draft? Are we talking back in the day? Perhaps, maybe. Maybe this isn't as modern of a story here. Betrayed by this home of mine. I also, in another instance of me thinking that this person was singing this, that Chloris was singing this, just the stone walls steal my time, like taking that transition from the verse into the chorus, which first of all, I feel like this beat and how she's singing is a lot more clear and cut with when we're transitioning into the chorus. And taking that little extra time to kind of sing into the chorus was really nice. I liked that. It made it easy for me to kind of follow along with like, oh, this is where we're going. Yeah, my gosh, it's kind of a chill. Like I said, it's such a chilling concept as someone who's white, who was born that way or born to a American family in America. It's a lot to have to think about someone's life just being pulled up like that. And we're even looking outside, people who try and just, come over to any country without going through all the proper channels. Even for people who were born here, that's their heritage. If something is confused about their parents or something like that, then you can feel like your whole family is going to get uprooted, which just feels horrible to me. So.
Foreigner in my own homeland.
Oh man, the lengthy
We
refrain
cared
is.
for our neighbors, and we closed our eyes.
Ugh.
History is watching my homeland die.
Oh no.
I didn't speak out till they came from me. Is there anyone left to speak out for me?
I do not like that. I mean, the song was amazing. That was very gripping. And the idea of I think they said silence is the shackles of liberty. Like, yeah, if you don't talk about something, it's not going to get known. It's not going to be out there. No one's going to know, what the issue even is. But then in saying they came for our neighbors, and then they came for me, like, so the idea of them being in a community that is being pulled away from, we get African Americans, we get Indians, we get the Spanish, or Mexicans, I should say. I know there's distinction between the two. I don't want to say anything wrong with that. That's just horrifying, absolutely horrifying. So it's like one of those moments where it's like, I hope this is just a story, but then also I kind of hope it's not. But then also I really don't want that to be your history, Chloris. So anyway, oof, gosh. Joseph David Jones. Oh, Castle in the Sky cover. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'm making an executive decision on this particular cover because it is a cover. My only thought is I don't want this to be claimed and blocked. So we're just going to keep it to the original songs. Sorry to jump to that. I'm sure you did amazingly. But I just want to stick with the original songs. I want to talk more about that. Okay, so at least here we have some light. We got a little bit more light. I like the room setup too, and I'd like to think this was actually painted out because it looks like it's very similar layout from the previous pictures, or maybe in the other visuals or in the other songs, the visual for the background was just darkened. Maybe that's how it was. But the point being, very nice. This was actually the first song that I kind of heard from this person. So, My Head's a Prison.
If I were a better person, you'd be here with me. You would hold me, and you kiss me on my cheek. But I know I didn't try hard. And I know I failed you. Now I don't deserve your heart. So what am I to do? My head's a prison. For every time I hurt you, I hate to say that I miss him, but I do. My head's a prison. For every time I hurt you, I hate to say that I miss him, but I do.
I'm just going to say real quick, it's an understandable feeling of worth or feeling like it's lack thereof. But at least, if you're thinking, as the verse was saying, well, now I don't deserve your heart. Well, so if that person decided to come back to you, if they decided to give you another shot, then they see something that's worth it. And relationships are going to be messy. You're going to hurt the other person. You're going to fail the other person. But that's not where the story ends. And I say this as someone who until recently has run away from a lot. I have run away from a lot of relationships and told myself I didn't deserve any of it. I didn't deserve anything good. I'm not good enough, this, that, or the other. But really, I was just scared. I was scared of maybe finding something that worked, or more so, being scared of failing. But when you realize that that's just part of life and you're all going to fail each other all the time, but it should really be a bigger question of how are we going to talk about this? How are we going to communicate through this? That's what makes it work. And I'm going to stop talking before I get emotional.
And I know you don't believe me, but I still feel the same. It hurts every day that you went away, and I know you don't forgive me, and I don't deserve your forgiveness.
Oh, so we didn't forgive.
I just want you to know I'm so sorry I didn't. My head's a prison. For every time I hurt you, I hate to say that I miss him, but I do. My head's a prison. For every time to say that I miss him, but I do.
Gosh. Oh, we just have a little piano refrain here. So we've kept it on the back burner of who did the instrumentation and all of that.
See the good side, the best of times, the little joys, sun in my eyes, in the middle of nothing at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, good friends, good luck. Years that
Wait,
go.
what? That's real. That was it? I wanted more. That was a really nice beat and very very interesting with describing what sounded like friendships of like good luck to everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're leaving. We'll remember the good times, and as we move on. So we won't get a second try.
Oh, we won't get it a second try. I'd be lying if I said that I'd be fine watching other people's lives. They make plans and I make them in my mind.
I'm trying to pick out the piano.
Goes from future to a past I can't rewind, to a song that won't be mine. Maybe I'll take it all tomorrow. They all make it look so simple, and I waste away. There's nothing left to say. I told you that I'd be there all the time. As it turns out, I don't really have the time for your future or mine. Maybe I'll take it on tomorrow. They all make it look so simple, and I waste away. There's nothing left to say. I'm losing sight of the path that was meant to be mine. But how can I know what is mine? And where do I go to reside?
I think what could have what could have helped with that was making the instrumental a little louder. I heard a lot of vocal technique like melismas, and a little vibrato. So, I mean, unless I'm just not understanding how this vocal tech works, seems like Chloris really can sing. I just don't know why we're having to really put it through a lot of filtration, because that filtration is just not matching the instrumentation for some of these songs, at least. And I'm just very interested by that. So, Hey DJ is another short song we got here.
Jay, my song is on the radio.
Oh.
It feels so good, and I can't wait to catch you on the floor.
Okay.
It's okay, so come on, baby, let's go.
Okay, so we got a lot of variety with our flow.
It's so good, and I can't wait to see you in the mood. Hey DJ, my song is on the radio. It feels so good, and I can't wait to catch you on the floor. It's okay, so come on, baby, let's go. It's so good, and I can't wait to see you in the mode.
So, okay. So we got a cover of a Maury song. So again, because of covers, because of copyright, especially with the Cinderella, music, being claimed by UMG and all that stuff. Okay, so this is original, huh? Okay. So we have a different voice here, Monette, Burn Brighter by Chloris. Okay, interesting. So we have different caricatures, I guess, going on. But I'll say here with that DJ song, that had a lot of great flows. That was perfect. I think the lyrics, you probably could have done a slant rhyme with good and mood, like just kind of maybe slurred it just a little bit so it sounds more, like it's rhyming. But I mean, other than that, that was really good. It was another track where I felt like it just was kind of just a basic harmony for the beat. It really would have been cool if we had a full-fledged song out of that. I think that could easily be, with some work, that could be a perfectly fine club banger. I would love to see that. So we're doing piano, we're doing guitar, we're doing EDM club stuff. Like we got a lot of variety here. I am liking this. Or maybe the instrumental is by this person. Let's see. I'm just going to do this while we're checking this out. So.
I ran from the echoes, chasing a spark in the night. Held on to faded halos, wishing on stars outside. But even when the world falls down, I hear a voice that calls me out, breaking the chains inside my mind. No turning back this time. I'll burn brighter, higher than before. No, can't be ignored. No more hiding. This is who I am. Light it up, burn brighter. Ghosts of the past behind me, fading like mist in the dawn. Every star that tried to bind me turns into wings I fly on. Even if the stars fall down, and I'll paint the skies without a doubt. Heartbeat like a war drum loud, I won't be fading out. I'll burn brighter, higher than before. Yo, can't be ignored. No more hiding. This is who I am. Light it up, burn brighter.
Nice beat. And the writing was a lot more connected to, hey, this is where the verses are, this is where the bridge is, this is the chorus. I like that.
The stars can shatter, dreams can fall. I'll still rise and hear the call. In broken skies I found my way. Stronger, faster, brighter today. I'll burn brighter, higher than before. No, can't be ignored. No more hiding. This is who I am. Light it up. I'll burn brighter, higher than before. though it's can't be ignored, no more hiding. This is who I am. Light it up, burn brighter.
Very nice. Real quick, I just curious to see. Okay, so it's not a beat. I thought they might have been saying, okay, the person who made the beat was this person, and the beat was called Burn Brighter. I've seen that attribution has been given to rap producers before, where it's like, oh, something by unknown instrumentals. Boom, this is the track. So yeah, interesting, very interesting stuff. Let's just keep going here.
Are shaking the trees. A distant thunder, like a swarm of bees. As we march into battle.
See, now this mix is a lot nicer. Oh, okay. Well, as soon as I said that, it stops. That mix was great, and I think also just to add this as an additional thing, if for whatever reason we kind of want to hide our voice a little bit behind the instrumental, having it be louder is helpful. You know, there's a lot more that you can give agency to kind of slough over if or be lenient about if the instrumental is louder. But for some of those tracks, especially when the instrumental was the thing so quiet, it was like, oh man, what's, it's yeah, anyway.
It's passing by so quickly. Don't know why I'm always in such a hurry.
And this is interesting with her voice here.
That I almost trip.
It's like it has an echo on it.
Is smile and breathe, but I don't. I see. It'll be fine. It's not as if anyone can help me, but I can let them see the mess I'm in. I'll keep running, and as long as my legs will hold me while I'm still me. I see.
Oh. Okay. Again, I think it would have been cool if we got that other song to really be fleshed out, but let's see what this one's about.
Her kimono was red, but it dragged on the floor. I asked if she was okay, and she showed me the door.
Oh no.
When I went to visit the shrine maiden, her eyes were red as blood. Her teeth white as the snow, then melted it in the blood. Her kimono was black with glue at the hem. I asked if she was okay, and she showed me the door again. When I went to visit the shrine,
Yeah, Shiko, I think so.
She was smiling so big.
I just wonder.
See all her teeth, and her eyes were like pins.
I'm just gonna say this much in terms of the visuals here. I'd like to think that this is a actual real image on the right. It's not generated, or if it is, it's at least in part actually drawn and everything, or an actual picture. My only thought is in connection to the lyrics and everything, it's describing someone dressed very differently. So I kind of wonder, if we were to use AI here and be like, oh, it's just going to be a placeholder image for, this character, I feel like, you could have easily changed the outfit to be wearing black, having her eyes be red. Like, I feel like that would be more than easy to do. So I'm just curious how they went about that, though.
Her kimono was blue, and it shined find in the light.
You're right, Chico. If we are
I
going
asked if
with
she
this being an
was
actual just
okay, and she
voice with
said
a
everything
filter,
was fine.
then maybe she is Southern. I admittedly can't hear much when it comes to trying to listen for like accents and stuff like that.
I wake up in the version of me that I didn't plan to be, chasing the shadows of perfection of someone else's dream. They said there's a right path, but I've been walking for so long, idealized like a photograph, but I think that they're wrong. There's a photo in the distance of a me that I'll never be. Oh, I feel a dissonance. Oh, they're thinking cleverly. They said there's a right path, but I've been walking for so long, idealized like a photograph, but I think that they're wrong. Giving me impossible, so I never stop racing. But I don't think it's possible, so I think I'll stop chasing.
Oh, and then it just cuts out so quickly. So it's so interesting looking at some of the pictures here. I feel like they have to be real, or at least to the vast majority, because even the cups that were in the previous picture, it said stuff like established by, presented to on such and such a day, all these names written out. As someone who's used AI just for reference purposes to try and draw up different things, so then I can hand it to an artist and be like, hey, this is what I want drawn. It actually has like real stuff here. And like even here, I mean, it looks like this is all actually written out. I mean, the fact that this is all, at least from what I'm seeing here, there's no spelling issues. Yeah, the court order is issued to require all persons be removed from the premise. Statutes direct that this final 24-hour notice of eviction is posted. Like, I mean, that's an actual picture, you know? Inspired by a true story. So some of this is actually their life. Oh, man. Homeless song.
When I got evicted, it wasn't my fault. Sewers backed up and my pipes burst. I was a victim of a sewage assault, and just when I thought it couldn't get worse, they deemed my place uninhabitable. They acted like I did this on purpose, but what happened was unimaginable. And I didn't have the repair bill in my purse.
Okay, so this is a lady. Given the bill in the purse, and they were talking about him from, the relationship beforehand. If I were to make an assumption, just so gosh, that's I was just gonna say with the rhyming, I like how now we're doing 2 and 4. Was uninhabitable. It got worse. Oh shoot! It was unimaginable, uninhabitable, worse, unimaginable, purse. So I like the rhyming here.
Was unimaginable, and I didn't have the repair bill in my purse.
So I think that's a really sad thing when someone comes along and thinks that something that is outside of your control was something that you did on purpose. In any situation, that's horrible. And I was just curious to check it out. North County Sheriff's Office. It's actually San Diego County, Northern Coastal Station. It's a different number, but I'm sure I'm not going to call that number and see who it is, but yeah, very, very interesting. Anyway, let's keep going here.
And you can't go to work when you smell like shit, but you can't take a shower with no running water.
Oh.
Homeless so quickly, so fast you evict. Parents wouldn't take back their only daughter. My jacket was my blanket in the alley that night.
Oh my Lord.
Beneath the hum of halide street lights. What did I sow for this to be what I reap? Is all I can think as I try to sleep.
Just sorry, side note, because I realized how stupid I was. That phone number is a fictional phone number frequently used in movies, TV shows, all that stuff. It makes sense to avoid real calls and that kind of thing. So sorry about that. Still incredible song. This is oof. Yeah, because stuff like that can happen so fast, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're out of a house, and gosh, the parents not taking you in. Like, man, I would like to think, no matter what would happen, if my kid called me and said, you know, I really need your help, I just need to stay at your place, I'd be like, okay, whatever you need, what can I do to help? Like, I'd hope and pray that I could be that.
The shelters of bed bugs, the alleys have spikes. To get anywhere, I have to steal a bite. My whole life in a cart I stole from the store food bank, emptied by those who needed it more. People pass by like I'm nothing, no eye contact, just faster feet. No home, no bed, no food, no fridge. About to take a step right off this bridge. But as my foot dangled, I heard a phone ring. It wasn't mine, but I was attracted to the ding. I answered a phone that fell out of a pocket. I was gonna jump, but by chance this stopped it. I picked up a phone call that wasn't for me. I'm not who you're calling, but can you help me? I'm cold and I'm homeless, I'm begging please. Just for a night, I need somewhere to be. I said I'm not asking for much, I just need a hand. I'm in so much pain, I can barely stand. They see me beg and the snowmates scream. They don't know how shameful it feels to me. Every morning I lie to myself and say, baby, it'll get better today. And by chance I got someone who cares.
Oh, you get the little sparkle eyes. Yes! Yes, we got the sparkle eyes.
I got someone who dare.
Just trying to not cry right now.
Saved by the mercy of a stranger who cared. And by the mercy of a stranger I was spared.
Yo.
I want to explore, but everything's a bore. Maps are filled in, legends live no more. No dragons hiding in a cave, no secrets in the sand. Just selfies at the ruins with a tour guide holding hands.
So first of all, I think I want to segue to something else so that I'm not crying about what we just listened to. But, I mean, there are things hidden in sand. You know, we still have so much of the earth left to explore, but it is kind of crazy to think about, right? That I just was thinking about her sparkling eyes and was like, oof. But yeah, you know, there is so much that's, you know, been explored. I feel like it takes me back to when I was a kid and we used to explore woods or, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, people would tell you they'd already spoil the adventure. They'd be like, oh, well, there's nothing out there. That goes to old man Jamerson's property, or that bunch of rocks, there could be snakes over there. Don't go crawling around in that. And it's like, well, let me just explore it. Let me figure it out for myself. You know, you don't have to ruin the whole adventure for me.
Once there were whispers in the wind. Now there's Wi-Fi where the wild begins.
Ooh.
I wanna walk on giant stacks, but they're just terrace farms. Carved by hands, not gods or charms. I want to explore the pyramids, but others beat me to it. Their mysteries been measured and souvenirs construed.
Yo, what? Okay, first of all, who the heck's on the right there? But my gosh, wow. What an idea that I want to walk the steps, but those are just terraced farms. You know, there's no more mystery about stuff. Someone beat me to it with the pyramids. Like, dude, what on earth? That's some good writing right there. I love that. But that's also really horrifying too. Yeah. Just, gosh, wow, really good lyrics.
Mysteries been measured and souvenirs construed. All the treasures in the British Museum are relics from people who still want them back.
Yo.
I want to explore uncharted lands, but we've charted everything and painted it black.
Really? Okay. Chloris. Sweetheart. Bro. Whichever way you see yourself. You really gonna do that to me? Come on. This was a really good song. You're just gonna end it right there? What the heck? Anyway, just be normal. I could take that advice for myself. Yeah, the range is really, really good, Sicko.
I gotta fill the silence, smooth the edges of my voice. I copy their expressions like I never had a choice.
Hey.
Rehearse 100 phrases just to sound like I belong. But every word's a costume, every smile feels wrong. I'm a shadow on the wall, I'm a mirror on a shelf, learning how to play it all because I can't be myself. Don't be too...
Excuse me? Come on, man. Don't do this to me. Oh, wow. Okay. My gosh. Wow. That's huge. There's a friend of mine who went through a lot of stuff, and she reuses phrases a lot because she realized that in an effort to connect with people, she had excluded her own feelings and emotions to the point that she just copied what other people did. But even you learn how to talk to people, you learn conversational stuff. It can feel like you're just learning phrases that someone taught you, and not being yourself. Gosh, wow.
On a shelf, learning how to play it all because I can't be myself. Don't be too quiet, don't be too loud. Don't rock, don't flap, don't stand out in a crowd. Hide the wires under my skin, let the real me stay locked in. Talk to me and you wouldn't assume that your view of me is a costume. I mimic how they stand, their laugh, their point of view. They'll lose another piece of me each time I make it grow. Trying to blend in came with a cost, and I've been someone else for so long I got lost.
Hey.
I'm a mirror, I reflect, because the real me you wouldn't accept. Echo them
Wrong.
like la la la, immediate echo la la.
Gosh, that
Don't
sucks.
be too quiet, don't be too loud. Don't rock, don't flap, don't stand out in a crowd. Hide the wires.
Yeah, I know,
under my
right?
skin. Let the real me stay locked in. Talk to me, and you wouldn't assume that your view of me is a costume. A mimic how they stand, their laugh, their point of view. But lose another piece of me each time I make it through. Trying to blend in came with a cost. And I've been someone else for so long I got lost. Talk to me, and you wouldn't assume that your view of me is a costume. A mimic how they stand, their laugh, their point of view. But lose another piece of me each time I make it through. Trying to blend in came with a cost. And I've been someone else for so long I got lost. So I'ma know who I am or who I wanna be. All I know is that no one really wants me. So I'll behave and I'll talk in your tone, because I'd rather be fake than be alone.
Fuck. Yo. You know, I'll just say it first off. It's brave to write about your real feelings, or should I say your fears, your anxieties. You know, I was trying to think with the music projects that I'm working on right now. I had a moment where I thought, what if I just write about my feelings? And then I sat there and thought, well, that seems like a real double-edged sword. You're just ripping yourself open in order for people to see what's hurting you. And for some artists, they can do that. They can do that for their whole career. They can talk about that stuff. But I kept feeling like, I feel like I'd ruin myself in the process. I don't feel like music in that regard is as cathartic for me as it might be for others. I feel like if I put to words my frustrations and sadnesses, it's not going to feel any better. It's just going to be like, yep, now I acknowledge how much I hate myself every day. And, you know, it just kind of, I found at least to let the anxiety go. It's kind of like a buoy that passes you on the ocean, right? You don't have to push it away, or maybe even more so, like how some people would describe sharks. You know, let the shark go. He'll kind of swim around you. He'll check you out. But if you're not flailing, then he'll just leave you alone. He'll just go away. But I feel like, you know, so, and maybe that's a way that some people see, you know, their emotions. I feel like that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like, hey, you know, I'm not feeling good today, but I'm just going to do my thing and I'll let it pass along. It'll go. I don't have to be like, hey, hold on, stop, hold on a second. And I feel like that's what I do every time I write music, you know? But gosh, good Lord. Ugh. That was a really good song. I want to yell, yes, many people want you, Chloris. What you're saying is lies. You're lying to yourself. But really, how often do I do the exact same thing all the time? Even with me now in a relationship, there's parts of me that is just so afraid that the more of me that, and isn't that the saddest thing? We're all scared of the same thing. We're all scared of letting people see who we are. Isn't that just the shit? Like, come on. Why? You'd think that if we all feel that way, we should all just go 1, 2, 3. Here I am. Like, just throw it all open. Really? If that's all we're afraid of, then what's the harm with all of us throwing off the masks immediately? What if we did that? But I don't know if we'll ever be there. Anyway, good Lord. Sing la 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 la.
It's a third this day, she's still dazed. It's a good day, we sing la 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 la. There's a party.
Okay,
In
Chica,
my
hey.
head, I miss my mother, but I'm alright.
Hope you check out the rest of this later. You have a good night.
I see people dressed in white. I miss my mother, but I'm alright, right around your sunshine. Don't be sad, don't you miss me? Sing la 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 la. dressed in white. I miss my mother, but I'm alright, alright, alright. I'm your sunshine. Don't be sad, don't you miss me? Sing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm your sunshine. Don't be sad, don't you miss me? Sing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Oh, what a nice sounding song. Die with a smile. Please let this be happy.
I spent a lifetime scraping my knees. I never cherished my breath until I had to wheeze. I never
Ooh.
cherished life until I learned it could cease. I had to learn to go to war to fall in love with peace.
Hey,
My
okay.
regrets, they lessen as I learn my lessons. And I am who I am today because of the mistakes of yesterday.
True.
When my time comes, I won't be afraid because I'm proud of the life that I made. Felt every heartbeat, walked every mile, and when it's my time, I'll die with a smile.
There's the sparkly eyes.
Every
There we go.
road that I traveled moved me forward, and I trusted you when you gave me your word, and you trusted me when I gave you mine, and I was rewarded for trusting you with my time. I'm not immortal, and neither are you. I don't know if God's real. I don't know what's true. If I reach heaven alone, I won't step through. I don't want to meet God if you're not there too. When
Hey.
my time comes, I won't be afraid because I'm proud of the life that I made. Felt every heartbeat.
I'm curious how the lighting works with the with her model and everything. That's very
When
cute.
It's my time, I'll die with a smile. I learned to say help me when I needed a friend. I learned I could count on you till the end. I learned I'm not alone if I can see you again. I learned to say I love you in case I don't see you again. So when my time comes, don't shed a tear. Just raise a glass and know I was here. Felt every heartbeat, walked every mile, and when it's my time, I'll die with a smile.
Oh. That was a really sweet song. So sweet. That was very pretty.
Wake up before the sun,
What?
drag my feet across the floor.
We're at Mickey
Another
D's.
day, another dollar, but I can't take much more. Coffee's getting colder and my back is getting tight. But quitting ain't an option when my rent is due tonight. Clock in, clock out just to do it all again. Chasing down a paycheck like it's my only friend. No rest for the weary, no time to catch my breath. running on empty, but I ain't stopping yet.
This is so good.
They'll keep coming in the world's own way. So I punch that clock and carry the weight.
This is so good. I love this.
Boss says work late, and I don't even fight. 'Cause overtime means groceries and keeping on the light.
Dude.
I dream about a break, but dreams don't pay today. So I trade away my hours for a life I won't forget. Clock in, clock out just to build it all again.
Yeah,
Chasing
very
without
cute
a
singing voice.
paycheck, like it's my only friend. No rest for the weary, no time to catch my breath. Running on empty, but I ain't stopping yet. Bills keep coming in the world's own way. So I punch that clock and carry the weight. Maybe one day I'll find a way out, where work's just work and not a battleground.
We've all had jobs like that.
Till that day I'll be here in line, trading my time just to get by. No rest for the weary, but what else can I do? The bills keep calling, so I see it through. One more shift, one more mile, fake a smile, stay a while. 'Cause quitting ain't an option when the rent is due tonight.
One thing I was going to say too is there was a song she did before where she redid some of the verses as kind of a refrain. I feel like you can do it a little bit more in a sonorous way where it doesn't sound like you're just repeating the verses.
Iron a sledgehammer, only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter.
Wait.
Iron a sledgehammer, only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter. I can withstand 100 tons. I can build a home, I can destroy yours.
Wow.
I am stronger than stone, but everyone ignores.
Ooh.
I do no fiddle low, I just lay on the floor. But let it be known, I can go to war.
That was really, really interesting. You said click the link in the description. Where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? I want it. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that right now. As my typing is horrible. Very interesting analogy. I like that a lot. Like only weighing a couple pounds, but you can handle a lot. I've heard of another song doing something similar like that, but this is very interesting. Oh, okay.
In the silver light of a moon so bright, a shadow moves in the dead of night. Tiny paws on the trembling ground, heart beats fast, don't make a sound. Ears up high, feel the air shift, something's lurking in the mist. Golden eyes with a hungry gleam, little hair, time to flee. Move, levered, move, through the meadows, through the groove. Foxes coming sharp and sly, run like lightning, don't ask why. Move, levered, move, leap and twist, you've got the groove. Life's a rhythm, play your part, dance your way out in the dark. Rustling leaves and a fleeting scent, one wrong step and your town is spent. Cunning hunter, closing in tight, find the wind and take to flight. Ears up high, feel the air shift, something's lurking in the mist. Golden eyes with a hungry gleam, little hair, time to flee. Move, levered, move, through the meadows, through the groove. Foxes coming sharp and sly, run like lightning, don't ask why. Move, favorite move. Leap and twist, you've got the groove. Life's a rhythm, play your part. Dance your way out in the dark.
So in the UK, a young hare is called a
One last
leveret.
leap, the trees draw near. Faster, faster, lose your fear. The fox falls back, the chase is done. Little hare, you've won, you've won.
Yeah, if someone says, hey, wow, swing, blues, jazz, shanties. That's fun.
Soft paws, hush.
Oh, we get more
now.
leveret.
The thicket is wide. The barley bends low where the fire flies high. Mother is calling, her voice laced with thorn.
Yeah, if someone tells me I can go to war, I'm like, okay, got it.
The day you were born. Run, little Everett, run till the dawn. Fields hum your name when the cold wind is gone. She woke.
I think, okay, so I'm hearing, it sounds like the instrumental is like maybe a beat or two. What on earth is going on outside? It sounds like someone's like demolishing my neighbor's house. It's just so, oh, it's a trash truck. It just came into view. Good gravy. Anyway, sorry. It sounds like the instrumental is just a little bit slower. She's just a couple, like half a second off. But anyway.
You in whispers, she tied you in thread, but threads come unravel when stories are read.
Are you still in pain?
Is it a setback if it's just a dream? A picture perfect gathering of ghosts from in between. The habits I swore I'd never need are lined up on the table now, whispering to me. Would I still endure it, or have I lost my touch? You never feel as real as when you're flirting with the rush. Would I still remember how to lose control? Oh, I'd like to think so.
That's a very interesting analogy of like looking at something like a habit or addiction as it's not even about the action itself, it's just the rush. I think specifically speaking in terms of addiction and stuff, that's just an addictive personality. So you can get someone who maybe they have, an alcohol addiction, but then they get over that and then they start, having a different addiction. Like it can just flip because at the end of the day, it's not about the actual addiction itself. It's about just that craving. It's just, woof.
I won't, but I might take that bottle from the shelf. It's enough to know the choice is there, a version of myself. Could vanish for a week, for a month, for a year. Wake up at home or disappear. It's just good to know. Got somewhere to go.
Having somewhere to go, going to an addiction.
Oh, I can hear that distant call. Swore I locked the door, but I guess not at all. I let my shadows settle in with their hollow eyes and their hungry their stories loud. Captain, I wanna go home to the land I know, to the land I know. And I'm holding tight to the hand I hold, but I feel like it might break my weary bones. Captain, I wanna go home to the land I know, to the land I know. And there's a cold wind blowing through my bones, and I'm feeling homesick. Captain, I wanna go home to the land I know, to the land I know. Have you considered that I replied with a sigh?
We're back here.
Have you considered that I don't wanna lie? Have you considered that I don't wanna be touched? Have you considered that maybe you want too much? Have you considered I'm not in the mood for love? Have you considered you're not who I'm dreaming of? Have you considered that I was just being polite?
Ooh.
Have you considered I have other plans tonight?
Ooh.
What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. So don't take my silence as some kind of chance. I am not in love with you, but I'm scared of rejecting you. Can you handle the truth if I give it to you? What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? I can see passion burns in you like a flame, but that passion isn't held by me the same. I wanna let you down as easy as I can, but I'm worried you're not a no means no kind of man.
The lyrics are definitely a bit intense, and that's a lot. It's saying a lot. It's really, you got to have those conversations, and that is a very mature spot to be. It is difficult, though, to sit there and be like, maybe despite our best efforts, this isn't working out. Or maybe, hey, I know that you're not the person I want, but I feel scared to tell you, no, this isn't going to work. Because that still comes with the feeling of both of you are going to get hurt. That's just how it is.
Would you feel better if I said you never had a chance? Would you feel better if there was never gonna be romance? Would you feel better if I rejected you to your face?
Trying to find the ways of mitigating the problem.
Going back to your place.
Oof.
What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? What will you do if I say no? Will you let go? Will you let go? A hidden leaf within a hurricane, a hidden courage within his veins. But the Sandman will bring him his dreams. He'll have to fight for them himself, it seems. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? In the battle of will and spirit, he made a stand. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? He had nothing to fight with but his hands.
Yeah, Rock Lee is one of the
A
best
challenge
characters.
too strong to stand and wait. It is time for him to drop his weight. Breaking every chain that held him down. Throwing his trading weights to the ground. Ascend to the sky, let your powers show us. As you crash down with the primary lotus. This is a lotus that blooms twice. The gates of power are a sacrifice. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? In the battle of will and spirit, he made a stand. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? He had nothing to fight with but his hands. What evil heart, it's the rocks that stand, can be buried in the coffin of sand. But even though he was shaken down, he turned his loss into history now. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? In the battle of will and spirit,
Guy.
he made a stand. What is a rock against 1,000 grains of sand? He had nothing to fight with but his stands. Sometimes the battles are just too tough. Sometimes everything we have isn't enough.
Really good writing. I like it.
Remember what you're fighting for, and keep fighting till you win the war.
Right? Well, and you know, there's a billion different ways you can write a rap song, like a nerdcore rap song. I used to do that years and years ago. It's not hard to do. Just summarize what's being said and then make it rhyme, basically. But where you get the good guys who are able, guys and girls, don't get me wrong, I just mean guy generically, where they really stand out is being able to really tell a story and give it a unique spin. Because, I mean, look, you can go look on YouTube right now, One Piece rap song or Naruto rap song, and there's going to be some big name that's still writing about it. Because there's just that much to talk about, which is cool. It's just, I felt it was restricting ultimately. But, yeah. Anyway, that was really good. I liked her perspective.
And torn apart at the seams. Now watch me light my spark, burning bright like stars, healing wounds through hotter eyes, burning in how I watch you play the victim, knowing truth is a fiction, how it is surrounding your vision. Now I'm gonna watch you burn. I'm gonna watch you burn, burn, burn.
Oh, we got
burn,
horns
burn.
now.
In the hair you created when the clouds are lifted.
Oh.
I ain't got nothing to say, so I'll bada da day. I've only got a tune, so I'll bada bop bop boon. Moving to the rhythm, wishing I was with him. Relationship schism, bada bada ba bim. Hip swing across the floor.
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry. To go from that previous song to just, I got something to say. I'm like, whoa. Emotionally, we just went through a lot in the last song. Give me half a second. But I do like the sassiness of this song, kind of, you know, not just with the playfulness of jazz, but also just saying, like, I don't even have anything to say. Boom. You know, things won't go my way. Like, just kind of just being sassy with it. I like that. That's very cool. So, anyway.
Only got a tune, so I'll bada bop bop boon. Moving to the rhythm, wishing I was with him. Relationship schism, bada bada ba bim. Hip swing across the floor, and all I want is more. But lyrics are a chore. Da 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 door. I ain't got nothing to say, so I'll bada da day. I've only got a tune, so I'll bada bop bop boon. Moving to the beat, moving with my feet, thinking of that cheat, bada baba deet. Hips swing on their own, hips swing to that tone. bone. I ain't got nothing to say, so I'll about it a day.
A very interesting perspective. I like that. Makes me think of Tara Wack when she did her song.
Moving my thoughts away. I threw that man away. Not a bop, baby. Trying to enjoy this tune, but I'm thinking about you. That bastard made me swoon. Can't stop thinking about you. I might got something to say, but I'll about it a day. My heart needs to make room, so I'll bada bop boon. I might got something to say, but I'll about it a day. My heart needs to
Sounded
make
like that
room,
cut for
so
half a
I'll
second.
Bada bop boon. I know.
Okay, so Chiptune Panic. That's interesting. We have a variety of tracks here. I really like it. I think so far she does really, really well with very emotional songs. I think actually, you know what? She does really well with a lot. She has cadence and she's able to keep on top of it with swing stuff, jazzy stuff that has a little bit more a little bit more zestiness to it. You got to be a little bit quicker sometimes. The storytelling and emotional sad songs, she's really able to flow over that well with her singing. And yeah, it's good stuff so far. Good stuff. I just was going to say, was it Goobaga or something like that that Tara Wack came out with, and she basically just did the ad-libs for the song, but then she thought it just sounded really cool as is, so then I think she only put in a few words, but then it was just like going up like something like that. It was really an interesting song, and it actually got awarded some kind of music award.
I know, I am in the deep end. I am overstimulated. I know, this jet isn't the end. I'm just overstimulated.
I get that.
You know how I get overwhelmed. You know, I regret when I'm overwhelmed. We know, my heart's racing. It's a panic attack.
Oh.
We know what I'm facing. It's a panic attack.
We don't want any of those.
Shadow fingers, spirit creatures.
More nerdcore here.
Ghastly features with ghostly features. Lavender Town, Pokemon grave. All the friends we couldn't save. Run in terror, you cannot cope until you look through Silph-scope. Then your bravery will grow vastly, haunted by haunters and some costly. Fight and capture, cleanse the tower, capture ghost types for more power, mourn the ones we loved the most, orphan, cubone, marrow-wax ghost. Lavender Town caused a syndrome, violent seizures, mouths of foam, brains hemorrhaging, children perish. There is more, but it's too garish.
Okay, so we're almost finishing this. I'm just going to say, since it is a much simpler instrumental, there's a lot riding on keeping the beat, and we were kind of falling out of that just a little bit. It's interesting, too, that we're kind of just giving a history of the whole of Lavender Town. Yeah. I just find that interesting. I feel like some of it was a little too wordy. I feel like if you know about it, you know about it. And if you're not, and it was meant for you to be curious, you can check out the rest of it. I just feel like we're trying to describe every single thing, including the original Lavender Town concern with kids having issues with it when they were playing the game and all that. I feel like that's a whole lot to throw in a song that's not even 3 minutes long. And there's no like chorus to kind of break up things a little bit. If anything, it could be like chorus 1, this is us kind of talking about the history of it, or, the story of it. Here's the chorus. Here's, how you beat the chorus, or, how you beat the chorus, how you beat the, how you cleanse the city chorus. And then here's the controversy that came up, or the presumed controversy. Was it real or was it fake? And then you can have a final chorus, kind of something to break it up a little bit.
Was real and what was fake? Everyone has their own hot take, but a whole generation remembers this creation, a memory we've kept so long. The Lavender Town theme song.
Probably could have repeated that again as kind of an outro there.
Been swinging from dusk till dawn. Gonna be swinging till 6 in the morning. Moving and shaking and getting wild. 24 now, I'm nobody's child. Been swinging from dusk till dawn. Sparing with the floor I'm on. My heels clack-a-lacting, carcass ain't lacking. Been swinging from dusk till dawn. Moving as graceful as a swan. When I move, men's eyes follow. Break their hearts and leave them hollow.
I was hoping that wasn't going to be the end, but I lost something at a swing bar. Oh, that's fun.
I lost something at a swing bar. I didn't think things would go this far. Feet and the floor having a spar. I didn't plan this, but here we are. The drum started off with a tap, tap, tap. The singer joined in with a snap, snap, snap. The crowd couldn't help but clap, clap, clap. My heels started going clack, clack, clack. I lost something at a swing show, and while I was going with the flow, I locked eyes with the girl with glow, big fur coat and an oversized bow. The drum started off with a tap, tap, tap. The singer joined in with a snap, snap, snap. The crowd couldn't help but clap, clap, clap. My heels started going clack, clack, clack. I lost something at a swing theater. Boys danced fine, but this girl was greater. She was arrogant, but I couldn't hate her. We danced then and did more later. The drum started off with a tap, tap, tap. The singer joined in with a snap, snap, snap. The crowd couldn't help but clap, clap, clap. My heels started going clack, clack, clack. First I lost my taste for boys, like a child too old for toys. Then I lost my lipstick black, and I didn't want it back. Then I think I lost my mind, but I promise I didn't mind. The last thing I lost took all night long, but you can't sing about that in a song.
I noticed the flag popping up. That just makes me think of, okay, so this is an interesting song. I think it's interesting to discuss that kind of thing, especially with the previous songs that we had where she was struggling with relationships. I feel like, regardless, because I don't know this person at all, I'm just giving observations. There's a lot of ways that we, like there's a whole show dedicated to this, dedicated to a bunch of characters handling a hospital, and one of them swung back and forth the whole show. And you could see it really had nothing to do with attraction or anything like that. She was just looking for someone to love her and understand her and that kind of thing. So she just swung to anybody. And it was just interesting, not even saying one way or another. It was just an interesting thing. But also that ending, it makes me think of this country song. I hate the country song just because a lot of it is just, country is something that I can't relate to. So I don't like country for that reason in a lot of ways. But they said something like, And we made a blanket out of that sundress, and the radio won't let me tell you the rest. Like, just what? Anyway.
Do you have a moment? Can you stand the week?
Okay, so we got a duet going on here. So Chloris and Persephone, I want to say. Cool.
Weekend with me.
Something we've never done.
Somewhere we've never been.
There's a castle that's floating up there with the angels.
It's a long way away though. Are you ready to go?
To the Chateau Volant. Up in the sky.
At the Chateau Volant.
With the love of my life.
We're spending the night.
Up in the sky.
Oh. Hold up. Really want to quickly check something here. I just want to see. Good gravy, lady. You're not, or, Chloris, you're not giving us anything to work with here. I want to know more, but you're leaving us hanging every single song. Come on. So, I feel like Persephone's like on beat, but like 3 seconds behind. Because I can hear where the instrumental is going, but it feels like they're just kind of they're going a bit like just a little bit ahead of where it ends up taking them in the next couple seconds. So very pretty song.
Chateau Volant.
Chateau Volant.
Now my head's in the clouds, my feet off the ground, and I never want to come down.
Okay, so wait a sec. I've done this before with my own music. I think where I think they had it. They put it in a spot where it was mixed, but the timing was off. I've done that before, where it can sound like you're doing it right, and then you check it for the rest of the song in your head. Like, check that out.
Now my head's in the clouds, my feet off the ground, and I never want to come down.
Oh me, oh my, I've never been so high. Would you like to see?
Take a trip with me.
Okay, that was good. Maybe that they could have thrown in Chateau Volant right before that.
Sky.
At the Chateau Volant.
At the Chateau Volant. With the love of my life. We're spending the night. Up in the sky.
In the Chateau Volant.
Yeah, I feel like they're just a little bit off. At least from what I'm hearing. Chateau Volant. In the Chateau
We're
Volant.
under the stars. A telescope to
To
Mars.
Tonight I stay up in space with you.
See, okay, so yeah, it's like it's 2 seconds off. I've done that a billion times before. I'd hate to not mention that. I think the song's very pretty and everything. It's very nice. It's just the mixing is just a little bit off. But
And there will never be a better view
Than from the Chateau Volant.
that would have been a lot better to have that bit. Doom in the Chateau Volant. Doom, doom. Like, so anyway, though, we're just gonna finish this out.
up in the sky. At the Chateau Volant.
With the love of my life.
We're spending the night.
I want to go to
in
the
the
Chateau
sky.
Volant. That looks
In the
cool.
Chateau Volant.
Do I have to fly up there, or like, how do you get up there? I want to know the lore.
I remember turning 20 when I couldn't spare any. Everyone around me had plenty, but I didn't even have a penny. Called my friend and he let me crash at his place. Then he reminisced about when we were young and didn't chase pennies. I
Really good
remember when
rhyming. This was good.
unthinkable. I remember when I felt unsinkable. All I needed was a journal and pen, because all my problems were inkable.
Ooh, I like that.
You not still mad
That-
at me, are you?
Wait. Come on. Like, I want more of that song. That was really good. So that, I think, was one of the better executed in terms of her singing, in terms of the production. And lyrically, I mean, we've had incredible songs all throughout here. I just think that was really, really cool with saying the, like, I'm sorry, my brain just decided to just dissociate and try and figure out what angle the room shot was behind Persephone. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I thought that was really, really good. I just wished it was longer. Anyway.
You, Chloris? You not still mad at me, are you, Chloris?
Oh, okay. We're taking a while to respond
You're
here.
a dirty, lying, rotten bastard.
Whoa.
Play with my feelings and you don't even care. You're a dirty, rotten, lying bastard.
Okay.
Why did I catch you with your hands in some girl's hair?
I thought that we'd been over this. I thought that you were over this. I thought you were more demure than this. I thought you were more mature than this.
So this was really
You said
like
you
everyone's doing.
loved me, then you betrayed me. Those two things are mutually exclusive.
I do love you and I didn't betray you, 'cause I never said we were mutual or exclusive.
Ooh, okay. This is where I'm gonna have a bit of a tangent here. Why? Why leave the door open? Like, really? Like, why even dedicate in any sort of capacity if there's every possibility that you're just going to go play the field? Especially if it has to be a confusing reality for your partner. Why not just say, hey, I'm kind of interested in playing the field. I'm not really sure. I want to keep my options open or whatever. And you can have that conversation, but immediately have that conversation. Why end up... Anyway. In terms of the production and everything, this is the best that they've both sounded on a track together. This sounds very well put together. I like the back and forth, and yeah. Sorry. I just noticed this in chat. There's an interesting comment on a recent video where she explains a little bit of her process. It's two IRL friends. They record vocals separately. You can still make that kind of mixing work, but it's interesting to know that it's a close group of friends. Well, that's awesome. Well, it makes me think of whenever we've looked at VTubers doing group vocals and stuff, and they're all over the world. Looking at Country Roads, when they did their cover of Country Roads, Hollow Myth, it was not good. And it sounded very much like the mixing was just totally different. How this mic can be recorded and processed versus another mic, you can make it work together. You just have to know how to do it mixing wise. So that's cool that they did all that together. I wish I saw that comment though. I would have wanted to know where they described any of this. That's cool that they're friends though.
I do love you and I didn't betray you, 'cause I never said we were mutual or exclusive.
Seems like it's a surprise to her.
You told me that you loved me. You told me we were a team. I felt safe when you hugged me, but you never cared, it seems.
Don't you think you're overreacting? Don't you think you're being a bit emotional?
Yeah, that's how you feel when you're
I said
betrayed.
I cared, I wasn't acting, but I never promised I was devotional.
You said you loved me, then you betrayed me. Those two things are mutually exclusive.
I do love you and I didn't betray you, 'cause I never said we were mutual or exclusive.
What exactly am I to you?
We're just friends,
And you like the benefits, don't you?
we're just friends,
What is that girl to you?
we're just friends,
She seems awfully close to you.
we're just friends.
You hurt me,
The things I've done aren't that bad,
you hurt me.
but I've been kind to you in the past.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't be okay with that. I'm sorry.
Call it the hopeless romantic in me, but my gosh,
You don't play with people like that. I'm sorry. But,
dude, no, that's not cool. That's not. If someone doesn't feel like they're being cared for, if they say that they're hurt, you don't just brush that under the rug and go, well, you're just being no. Whatever someone feels is legitimate. And if you feel hurt, that is fair to say. And that is up to the other person to have a discussion about what that means, not to brush it under the rug. If you didn't communicate, like they were saying, okay, we didn't communicate that everyone in my life is just a friend. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do what I want. Okay, that's something to discuss. And you got to figure out if you want to be in a relationship with someone like that. But if someone doesn't get the memo and they're upset by what happens, you got to own that. I'm sorry. We're going to pull back the curtain here just a tad and point out that I think is icky. I say phooey to that. Anyway, we got to keep going here. I don't need to do a friggin' counseling session here. I'm not an MFT.
You hurt me,
But I've been kind to you in the past.
you hurt me,
You've done worse to me.
you hurt me.
This sounds rehearsed to me.
Wait. Okay, first of all, worse to me, rehearsed to me. Good writing. I like the writing on all this so far.
You hurt me,
You've done worse to me.
So it was Persephone that said, you've done worse to me. Okay, well, you know what? Okay, now I'm stepping out of this. I'm stepping away. I can't. I thought maybe there was some level of discussion that I could have about this as a untrained MFT, but now that I see that it's on both sides, I wipe my hands of it. Mea culpa. Oops. Both of y'all need to work on this. Anyway. Whew. Jeez. Good gravy.
you hurt me.
This sounds rehearsed to me.
You said you loved me, then you betrayed me. Those two things are mutually exclusive.
I do love you and I didn't betray you, 'cause I never said we were mutual or exclusive.
Oof. That was rough. That was rough. Good song. Just lyrics very rough. Oh boy. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Okay.
I can be moody, or I can lay it on thick. It just depends what kind of mood you caught me in. Sometimes I get kind of clumsy, or I can be a hypocrite.
I mean, we all do.
It just depends what kind of state my brain is in. I'm pushing all my luck, Thinking my
Yeah, definitely a messy song.
Oh man, I messed it up. Swim till I drown. And now I'm going down. Going up and down.
I kind of like how
It
she's
isn't
going
simple
up when she's singing down.
to try and pacify my brain
Facts.
when it's going like a motor cavalcade. The dark depression always takes my happiness away. But I know she means it when she says she wants to stay.
So, okay, we're
All my luck,
gonna finish this chorus out.
thinking might run out. Oh man, I messed it up. Swim till I drown. And now I'm going down.
Going up and down.
Going up and down.
See, now I think that was really well mixed. It gave her voice plenty of space to I'm sorry, my brain just stopped working. I'm paying attention to other stuff. I really liked how that was mixed. And yeah, it's like it feels like from what I'm seeing, unless we get more of a picture of Chloris's story, it's more like we're just being told by Persephone, oh, you've done worse to me. But when they were at the chateau, it was like, oh, well, I'm with the love of my life. Like that implies that you have this understanding about the person across from you is the love of your life. So that if you find out that they're with you, I feel like that has to be just some BS on Persephone's part. I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything here or there because I'm just looking at the lore that the song has established. I'm not making any statements about any of the IRL people involved in any of this. I'm just with the song itself. It feels like unless we get a perspective of like, well, by the way, this is all the stuff you did to me. It is he said, she said with the, well, you've done worse to me. I just feel like that's a crazy thing to say. It did kind of make me think of When We Cry by Kendrick Lamar, a very intense song. But somehow this one hurts more because we've gotten a perspective of who these folks are. And then we especially got that cute little love song of them being like, yeah, we're going to the chateau with the love of my life. And the other person's like, yeah. And then we go into, well, you cheated. And they're like, well, you've done worse. It's really not that bad. I'm like, oh, it's just crazy. Anyway, really, really enjoying all this, though.
24 now, well, I live to see 25. Will I really make it out this year alive?
Wait. What? Oh my gosh, what song is this? I've heard this acoustic guitar. Oh, good Lord. Doom, goom, doom, goom, doom. Dirt Cheap. That's what it's a country song. It's one of the only country songs I like. No. It's a all the gold in Atlanta can't buy what I. Because the song makes me cry, so it's a good song. All the gold in Atlanta can't buy what I got in my arms. And diamonds don't come cheap. Thank God love and sunsets are free. That's what it was. Woo! Okay. I'm sorry, Chloris. We got to go back to defeat here. But I swear that's exactly what that acoustic guitar line sounded like.
24 now, well, I live to see 25. Will I really make it out this year alive?
If you go a little bit lower, that would be...
I put everything I had into seeing it through. I put everything I had into changing anew. All I ever wanted was a little bit of progress.
Ugh.
But now I feel like my head is being compressed. Implode, explode, detonate, desolate. The slugs cheer for salt because they take the bait. Watch in despair as they cheer for the new state. Watching all the power aggregate in the hands of those who would desecrate. Watching the truth get obfuscated. My hopes and dreams got
Wow.
defenestrated.
Wow, we got some big words here.
Implode, explode, detonate.
Obfuscate. Render obscure,
Desolate.
unclear, or unintelligible.
I hope you slugs are happy when there's salt all over the place. I hope you're all happy when the leopards eat your face. All I can hope to do is remain stoic and brace, as everything I worked for slowly erased. I wish I could undo,
Sorry.
just press back space.
Oof.
But I have to move forward in this disgrace. Implode, explode, detonate, desolate. Implode, explode, detonate, desolate.
I think I don't know why she was really out of tune, but that... Oh, here's the... Wait. Okay, this is the whole song. Yes, we got the whole Sledgehammer song. Yes, we brought it all back around. I love this. No, I'm so surprised that... Implode, explode. She could have done this to keep with the guitar. But I don't know why she was all over the place with that song. But anyway, sorry, I had some texts were coming up, so I had to respond to that. Anyway, we got the whole Sledgehammer song.
Sledgehammer. Only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter. A kill must stand 100 tons. I can build a home. I can destroy yours. I am stronger than stone that everyone ignores. I do no fiddle low. I just lay on the floor. But let it be known, I can go to war.
This sounds like yeah. Anyway.
Sledgehammer. Only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter. A kill must stand 100 tons.
Oh, wait. So this is another mixing thing. I am a sledgehammer. Only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter. I can withstand 100 tons. So it's like she's like ever so slightly behind, but it sounds on beat. It's on the same timing, but it's on the wrong like beat.
Sledgehammer.
Only weigh a couple.
Pounds, but that
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you can kind of hear it, but that doesn't matter. I can withstand 100 tons. Doom gun da ga da doom gun da dunga doom gun from the guitar. So that's the flow that we're trying to go with, but she's not hitting that.
Sledgehammer. Only weigh a couple pounds, but that doesn't matter. A kill must stand 100 tons. And strong hands. Oh, to wait in the shed. But when I'm in demand, no words need they said. Please don't abandon me. I can still do more. Don't forget about me. I can withstand more.
That's a really beautiful analogy, honestly, of the idea that
I think
that's a really beautiful analogy of comparing yourself to a tool that is very widely used and is known well. But you know, where does a tool go? It lies on the floor. It stays in a shed. It's not really there. That's really tough. That's a really sad concept. And like saying, please don't abandon me. It's oof. I hate that. I feel like, you know, similar to what I was saying with Demon Dice, getting a really big picture of her mindset and her ideas about things. It hurts so much to hear someone sing like this. I'm a hugger, you know. I love giving hugs. I want to give a big hug to Chloris, okay? I'm just saying. Through your highs and lows, sweetheart, you are beautiful. You are wonderful. You have incredible lyricism and an incredible means by which you share who you are. It's sad that you've gone through the stuff that you have, but I think, as you said yourself, there's many ways that my life has become incredible the way it is because of what I've gone through. And I say this as someone who, just until recently, I felt like was always going like this. And it's like every so often I'll see that tip of the precipice and go, I can actually see over what's going on in my life, and I can see it for what it is. I'm not underneath the water all the time. I can just, it's like drowning in the shallow end. And you're like, I can just stand up and see this for what it is from a healthy perspective. But we choose to just stay in the water, I guess. So anyway, that's my perspective on that.
I think you're so sporting, but we're blood and tartan. I'm a bit more Athenian. I'm a bit more bohemian.
Wow, interesting analogies.
You're proud of being aggressive. Is being angry really so impressive?
Oof.
It comes off a bit excessive.
Yeah.
Is it so wrong to be expressive? I think it's nice to believe and hope. So much better to brood and mope.
There's a lot who do
What
that.
I couldn't say in person, I'll say in song. Despair is easy when things go wrong. It takes
Facts.
strength to have hope during hardship.
True.
It takes will to smile during the hardship. Your outlook is sad and ghoulish, and my optimism isn't foolish.
Nope. It's the only option you got. It's the whole, how would it actually benefit anything by being upset in a tough situation? How does that help? No, I'm serious. How? How does it help? It doesn't. It doesn't. But if you're actually positive during an intense situation, you can change your outlook on it. You might not change the situation, but you can actually at least have a different perspective in how you're looking at things. But if you're negative during a negative situation, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're not even going to allow yourself the mindset to see things from a different perspective. So.
Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender.
Pop versus jazz, huh?
Pretending that I'm doing well. My need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell.
Okay, wait. So I'm lonely, but no one can tell. We're doing it again. We're ahead of the beat. Um, yeah, it sounded like she recorded it just fine. Maybe just in the mixing, it just ended up not being correct. That's happened to me. Like I said, that's happened to me before. Let's see what the jazz version is.
Oh, yes, I'm the
There we go.
great
Yeah.
pretender. Pretending that I'm doing well.
Yeah.
My need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell.
There we go. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, yes, I'm the great pretender.
Okay, so I'm going to do. I'm going to write down my thoughts. Okay, I'm going to do this right now. I think the second one had a more okay. Just letting her know I'm live streaming your songs. Figured I'd stop and comment. The god of everything else. Aww.
Let me be the god of the fields.
She fits the background very
Let
prettily.
me be the god of the meadows. I will be the god who will yield. You can be the god of the shadows. Let me be the god of the flowers.
Aw. I really like this beat. This is very pretty.
Of the praise. Let me be the god of the showers.
Oh, I would love to be in these woods right now, dude.
You can be the god of what you please.
Ooh, this is pretty.
Let me be the god of the vine scented.
Nice key change. That's very good.
Let me be the god of the cold bells. You can be the God who has descended. You can be the God of everything now.
That was really pretty. And I like that idea of like there's only a few things that I want in life. That's really interesting. You can be the god of everything else. I feel like that's a really interesting metaphor of like a relationship where it's like, hey, you can handle all these other things. You can be responsible for these things. You can have your way with these certain things in life or in our relationship. But let me have these things that I really enjoy, right? I just think that's really something. That's cool.
And still in this world inside how.
Wow.
Werewolves singing this moonlight how. With these calls I could do something foul. Instead I'm just singing this mountainside howl.
I see.
I have great capacity for violence. I have great capacity for silence. I have great capacity for piousness. I'll choose neither egg righteous.
Oh.
I'm just singing this moonlight howl. Can't
Wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're off with the beat. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that came in way too quick. That would fit, but it just goes. It's interesting.
Capacity for piousness. I'll choose neither egg righteous. I'm just singing this moonlight howl. Can't stop me from singing moonlight howl. A clock used to take on the wall. A metronome. Raindrops pelting rhythms on my small trailer hole. Mechanical keyboard clacking. A melody. Music for when I was slacking. mentally. Look now, my clock is digital, ticking silently. My apartment might be more livable. I'm living lifelessly. The rain is not the same on concrete. The sound is dull. My life feels a little bit less complete. I miss the lull. Membrane keyboard doesn't clack, it taps. And in my brain I feel an emptiness and lack. How I am living better, yet I'm living less. Why am I tense? Maybe it's just nostalgia, I guess.
First of all, I love how she's green screened herself in different positions. I feel like that right there is a HelloFresh ad. I swear. Do you like limes? Try HelloFresh. I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional, so I'm trying to deviate that by saying something funny. That is such a sentiment, though, that a lot of us have to come to terms with. When everything was kind of handed to you as a kid, it was easy to handle lull because you didn't have all these other responsibilities. But when you get older, you have to think about a lot more things. So I'd love to think that this is actually her kitchen. I'm just saying, you know?
It's just nostalgia, I guess.
And shout out
That's my 2 cents.
to these old video
When
games.
name they call me Chloris, and I'm
Chloris.
just a humble florist. I'm a bit of a minor goddess, but I prefer to be quite modest.
I see that.
The people say that I am so gloomy, but it's joy that strikes right through me. It's true, my name is Chloris,
Chloris.
and I'm just a happy florist. And although I'm a deity, I carry myself with dignity. The people say I am depressed. My emotions must be so suppressed. But truly I
Yeah,
am
those skits were
happy
fun.
not to rest. I
Oh.
deserve it all. I want and need. Does it unnerve you? Hold my want and greed. They call it avarice, they call it greed. Besides cancerous, but I am free.
I like this
The pain
rhythm.
and sacrifice to get what I hoard. Pain was its asking price to get what I store.
That I could afford.
The pain and sacrifice
In my four-door Ford. I'm sorry.
to get what I hoard. Pain was its asking price to get what I've stored. I know I've earned it, I've worked so hard. The bridge I burned it, I left it shattered. A skeleton's in a closet. Rattle at the door, my treasures held the closest. I need even more.
So we're seeing a bit of a perspective.
You don't know the stakes. I put on a life I've heard nor I accept. Swiley my.
Wow. So that's an interesting perspective, that if you've been through a lot and you feel like, maybe greed is something you struggle with. Interesting. So we're seeing that perspective of her. We're seeing maybe the ways that she's not always, doing everything just right. But interesting. Chloris was abducted by Zephyrus, the god of the west wind, who transformed her into a deity known as Flora after they were married. Okay. So Clarice, Flora... Forgot her full name. Sorry about that. Floranymph.
Through the meadows green where the wildflowers blows, I wander alone where the soft breezes blow. Oh, Zephyrus, deal with your wind so mild. I fear to be bound as your cherished bride. In the fields of green, I wish to roam free. Oh,
I feel like the bass is not...
my heartbeat. The blossoms they bloom neath your gentle caress, but my heart yearns for freedom, I must confess.
So, I'm sorry, she's singing right along with the violin. Cool. Great. The bass, I thought it wasn't on timing, but I think it's on a different BPM. Because it's not really following the rest of the instrumental. It's a little bit off. Or not off, like it keeps going further and further off. It's like every other beat is a little bit faster. So I think it could just be a BPM thing. It might just be maybe 2 or 3 BPMs too fast or too slow. But yeah, I definitely noticed that. Like if you're a drummer, you just have to play that same beat. It doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. They can go in and out of timing all they want. You have to stay consistent. And I felt like that was the one being the most inconsistent. So I was trying to figure it out. I think maybe the BPM is just a little bit fast or slow.
To dance with the flower, to sing with the stream. In the realm of nature, I find my dream, so let me be wild, like the flowers that sway. In the golden sunlight, I'll find my own way. So farewell, dear Zephyrus. I must decline to be your fair bride. I cannot reside, for my heart belongs to the heaven sky. In the open meadows.
What if I want them to give me?
Wait. Okay, so I didn't like how they cut that out. I think you could have done a bit of a fade out differently for that last part. I thought the beat had just kind of ended way too early. Maybe it was recorded at a different time, but yeah, throwing in just a couple bass notes after that, that could have been done a little differently. But I mean, very interesting storytelling. Regardless, we're here looking at lore, we're here looking at lyrics, storytelling, very interesting. So now, funnily enough, I don't understand how this was Markiplier's hardest line. I've seen a few other people refer to it this way. I think he's said crazier stuff before, but you guys let me know in the comments, especially for those of you watching this later. So,
what if I want them to give me? What if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try?
What if I be to run away? What if I'm not a coward? What if I stand right here? What if I make my stand? What if I wanna go toe to toe with whatever's gonna come through that door? What if I want them to get me? What if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try?
nice.
I was raised to be kind.
That was really
but
good.
The only person here who is kind to me wants to wipe out my kind. And I kind of mind how my mind feels like a minefield. And I wouldn't mind if someone took a drill and mined out my mind.
Wow.
My mind is wondering so much more, and I don't know how to be kind anymore. I was raised to believe That man was kind, and now I think God's biggest mistake was mankind.
You and Ultron both.
I was raised to be kind, and I kind of mind how my mind feels like a minefield. And I don't know how to be kind anymore.
I didn't expect that key change. Interesting.
Endless shadows, no sunshine in sight. Held captive by demons that haunt me at night. Whispers in my ear, they won't let me go. They're quick getting tighter, I'm sinking so low. I try to break free, but the chain's more brilliant. Each step I take forward, they pull me back again. Addicted to the pain that become my escape, and searching for solace. But it's all a charade. These days that by, they're suffocating. I'm searching for a way to stop the cravings, but the voices in my head won't let me break free. These days that by,
That thunder strike almost scared me.
Oh, won't you set me free? These chains that bind.
Interesting.
Thoughts spinning round, can't catch my breath.
Okay, so this is another collab with him and Beals.
Mess in my head. Memories slip through the cracks, I confess.
Nice harmony.
All missing pieces, fail and half dead.
Mind like a stray cat, always on a run, chasing shadows in our never-ending race.
I'm a satellite lost, trying to
Okay, my only thought, the beat is just, it's like an afterthought. Or not afterthought. I'm not saying anything about production. It's just, it's not at all what how they're singing together is nice, and I like how they were harmonizing, and I like how they're keeping it together and everything, but the beat is just not following that at all. Okay.
find the sun. A darkness wraps around me without a trace. My heart's a wildfire burning up inside. Time slips away. I sand through my fingers and flitting in a maze of thoughts. I constantly collide.
Oh, okay. We ran around a few times, and then
night eyes glued to the screen, lost as
and then we
space
dipped out.
caught up in the virtual dream. Hashtags and emojis and hashtags. I'm addicted to this game. There's no way
Okay, we got two more here.
relax. Refresh and reload. I can't get enough, searching for that validation, chasing all that stuff. Lost to the algorithms, they control my mind. Click it and double tap it. No end to this grind. Digital high, I'm hooked on the line. Can't escape the cycle. It's the zone outside. Series race. It's a never-ending chase. I'm trapped in this web, can't find my old space. In the darkest corner of the smoky room sits a wraith playing a mournful tune. Oh, his fingers dance upon me ebony keys. As he whispers secrets only the night can see. He knows the fire that burns in his soul is the only way he'll ever feel whole. flicker of passion, a dance with the night.
Yeah,
We'll set the world
definitely.
ablaze, ignite the city's
It does feel
light.
like a photo album is kind of what we're flipping through here.
Flames, they burn so black, leaving trails of destruction for the velvet light. The jazz plays song gives us in this desire. You'll find solace in the ember and the rapturous fire.
Okay. Well, that's all of the tracks that they have so far. I'm just going to quickly kind of think about which one I kind of liked. Or not liked, because I know some of the songs are pretty intense, but, thought was really interesting. I think I'll do 5, just because I'm thinking some of the early songs definitely had interesting concepts behind it, or was really telling, on a personal basis that I thought was interesting. No One Sleeps Tonight. Wait, actually, now this is going to be harder than I thought. Let's start on the other side. Let's see. Now that I say it, because some of these, like Moonside Howl, I feel like that could have been made into a more fuller song. Hope Isn't Foolish was really good. Sledgehammer was great. I feel like Sledgehammer was one of my favorites. I like that one. Up and Down, really interesting. As rough as a song as Mutually Exclusive was, I mean, it was well done and it did do its job in sharing the struggle. Spare a Penny was great. Chateau Volant was pretty cool, like the concept-wise. Gosh darn. And then some of their swing stuff was pretty good. Probably Nothing to Say might have been my favorite from that sort of swingy, jazzy type stuff. I like Move Leverett Move. I something about that was just really sweet. So we're going to go with Sledgehammer and Move Leverett Move. I will give myself wiggle room for a couple other songs after. Die With a Smile was great. I love Die With a Smile. What was the one? Just Be Normal was good. Die With a Smile, Just Be Normal. The Homeless Song. Probably Betrayed by This Home of Mine. I think I'm going to put aside No One Sleeps Tonight, even though that was good. I'm going to do Betrayed This Home of Mine. Betrayed by This Home of Mine. The Homeless Song. Just Be Normal. Die With a Smile. And Move Leverett Move, let's say. Hell, why not? Let's do 5 more. Seriously though, like there's just so much here that was really, really good. And there's a lot of stuff that I feel like if things were tightened down a little bit more and maybe improved upon in however the songs were made, I think it could be even better. So Spare a Penny was great. Sledgehammer. The God of Everything Else. I want to see a full song of that. Yeah, I'd say those, and then I'll put in All Alone Again and No One Sleeps Tonight for the other 2 in that second. So that's the 10 top 10 songs I liked. I really liked that. That was really, really cool. I'm glad I took time to do this on a stream. That it really was good. I like this a lot. But yeah, you guys tell me your thoughts. I am going to bounce out of here. I am very, very tired. I don't like sitting this long either. I don't know why I do so many long videos or streams. I need to go walk or something. And I'm also staring at a big pile of laundry on my bed. So we're going to take care of that. And then I'm going to go walk and we're just going to kind of have a good time. But see you guys. Thank you for showing up. And Chloris, Floranymph, if you end up seeing this stream at a future point, please keep making music. Please, 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 please. You are fantastic. I want to see more of oh my lord. I want to see you more, of course, and freaking Persephone. And then if it's not, you know, if your buddy, oh my lord, why can I not think of featuring Beals? If Beals isn't doing anything else, please have them on another song too. I'd love to see more of this. I feel like there is so much here. You've already touched on a lot of depth. You've already shared your story. You've already done great lore-based stuff. Some of this stuff really could have been worked on a little more, but I think there's more than enough here that you have more than enough to make incredible music out of. I'm going to keep thinking about the sledgehammer analogy. I think that's just the first one that stuck in my head. So anyway, though, that is all I got to say about that. And yeah, just going to do that. Make sure we're subscribed. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. And please go support Chloris if you guys haven't already and you enjoyed this music. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.